going to talk to you about Charlotte's Web. Imagine a children's story, a children's novel that teaches leadership, marketing, and how to be a wonderful friend. It's a fabulous story. You're going to enjoy it. The author E.B. White was a marketing expert in his day and age, and we are going to learn from him today. The story is about a little pig named Wilbur. How many of you, by the way, know the story of Charlotte's Web? Oh, okay. This is going to be new. I think you're really going to enjoy this. The story is about a little pig named Wilbur, and he is born as the runt of the litter, and he is only saved by the farmer's daughter who pleads for his life right from the start. But later on, through the spring and sometime in the summer, he learns from the old sheep that he is scheduled to become bacon come Christmas. Yeah. He screams in horror and weeps and falls to the ground, but he's made a friend. And the friend is Charlotte the spider. And Charlotte says, "Don't you worry, I'm going to save you." And Wilbur looks at her and says, "Well, Charlotte, how can you save me? You're only a spider." And so she hangs upside down for days thinking about how she can save Wilbur. In fact, that's what spiders are very good at. They're good at hanging upside down and getting all the blood flow into their brain, and they're good at waiting patiently. And one day she has an incredible idea that was so simple that she wondered why she didn't think about it earlier. She cut open her web and she wrote into her spider web, working all through the night, the words, "Some pig." And Charlotte defends his cause, Wilbur's cause, when the farmer walks in and sees these words written in the web. He knows there's got to be some kind of special pig in his barnyard, and that's little Wilbur. Now, you'd think that they would think that the spider was special, but somehow or another, this marketing guru of a spider directs all attention to the pig. So that's where I'm going to pick up. She's written "Some pig," and it's attracted all the community attention. Even the minister has preached a message on the miracle in the barnyard. And now Charlotte has a responsibility to keep him alive, because everyone's getting tired of "some pig" being written in the spider web. So she gathers all the animals in the barnyard together for this meeting. It's kind of like, well, you can make the analogy to business meetings, life meetings, and listen to the lessons that you might be able to pick up here. "Well, we're all here except the rat," said Charlotte. "I guess we can proceed without him. Now, all of you must have noticed what has been going on around here in the last few days. The message I wrote in my web praising Wilbur has been received, and the Zuckermans have fallen for it, hook, line, and sinker, and everybody else too. And they all think that Wilbur is an unusual pig. And I dare say that the trick has worked, and guess what? It's going to continue to work. Wilbur's life can be saved." "Hooray!" said everybody. "Well, thank you very much," said Charlotte. "Now, I called this meeting in order to get suggestions. I need new ideas for the web." Not the internet web, the web. People are already getting sick of reading the words "some pig." If anybody can think of another message or remark, I'll be glad to weave it into the web. Any suggestions? Anybody have a new slogan for my web? "I do," said the little lamb. "How about Pig Supreme?" "What? No good," said Charlotte. "It sounds like some kind of rich dessert." "How about Terrific, Terrific, Terrific?" said the gander. "Well, we could cut that down to one terrific, and it'll do quite nicely. I just don't think I know how to spell that, but I think terrific will impress Zuckerman." "But Charlotte," said Wilbur, "I'm not terrific." That doesn't make a particle of difference, Wilbur, replied Charlotte. Not a particle. People believe almost anything that they see in print. Does anybody here know how to spell terrific? I think, said the gander, it's T-T-double-double-double-E-R-double-R-double-I-double-double-C-C-C-C. What kind of an acrobat do you think I am? What kind of a spider dance do you think I can do? I can't leave a word like that in my web, said Charlotte in disgust. Sorry, said the gander. The oldest sheep spoke up. I agree that there should be something new written in the web if Wilbur's life is to be saved. And if Charlotte needs help in finding words, I have an idea. She can get it from our friend Templeton. Templeton, the rat, visits the dump regularly, and he has access to old magazines. He has resources. He can tear out bits of advertisement and bring them up here to this barn so that Charlotte can weave them into her web and she'll have something to copy. Good idea, said Charlotte, but I'm not sure if Templeton is willing to help. You know how he is. He's always looking out for number one, looking out for himself, never worried about anybody else. I bet I can get him to help us, said the old sheep. I'll appeal to his basic instincts, and he's got plenty of those. Here he comes now. Everybody, you keep quiet, and I'll put the matter up to him. The rat entered the barnyard the way he usually does. It's creeping closely along the wall. What's up? He asked, seeing the animals assembled. We're holding a director's meeting, said the old sheep. Well, break it up, said Templeton. Meetings bore me to death. And he began to climb the rope that hung against the wall. Look, said the sheep. Next time you go to the dump, Templeton, bring back a clipping from a magazine. Charlotte needs new ideas so she can write messages in her web and save Wilbur's life. Let him die. What should I care? I'm not going to worry. Well, you'll worry all right next winter, said the sheep. You'll worry all right on a 0-degree morning in January when Wilbur has been turned into bacon and no one comes down here with a nice pail of warm slops to pour into the trough. Wilbur's leftover food is your food, Templeton. You know that. Wilbur's food is your food, therefore Wilbur's destiny is linked to your destiny. If Wilbur is killed and his trough is empty, day after day, you'll grow so thin we'll be able to see right through you. Templeton's whiskers quivered a little. Well, maybe you're right, he said gruffly. I'm making a trip to the dump tomorrow afternoon and I'll bring back a magazine clipping if I can find one. Thanks, said Charlotte. Okay, everybody, the meeting is now adjourned. I have a busy evening ahead of me. I've got to tear my web apart and write the word terrific. Wilbur blushed again. Oh, Charlotte, I'm not terrific. I'm just about average for a pig. You're my friend, and you're terrific so far as I'm concerned, replied Charlotte sweetly. And that's what counts. You're my best friend, and I think you're sensational. Now stop arguing with me and go get some sleep. The end.